A music video was the first choice that came to mind when I considered what to do. I have a fair amount of experience in the industry, having written my own songs. Furthermore, almost every music video ever made is available for free on sites like YouTube, which can give me unlimited sources of inspiration and variations on music video filming and editing techniques. Another reason I like this option is that it gives me creative freedom around choosing the style and theme of the video. For example, whether it tells a narrative story, or is it focused on performance shots of the artist, or a combination of both. The cuts in a music video are quite fast, and will require plenty of camera work and direction. My band is called Cruiser. Cruiser is an American indie pop band based in Philadelphia. They are signed to Vagrant Records. The lineup consists of Andy States, John Van Dyne, and Bruno Catrabone. I came across this band while scrolling through unique and unheard of artists on Spotify, is that I did not want any pre-existing preconceptions of the style of video to exist. I then listened to the song many times and noted what imagery came to mind. I also asked my classmates what this song made them think about and what a music video for it should look like. It was then that I came up with the idea to have a fight-themed video. This was inspired by lyrics such as "Are you ready to fight?", which I took with a slightly comedic approach. I then cast a group of actors who I thought could accurately represent the band and ideals of the song, and shot the video over the consequent weeks. Although these are not professional actors, I had to do several retakes and cuts. However, I managed to produce excellent results that I'm quite happy with. I then created a storyboard which I drew out on paper to start planning my music video. I ultimately decided on my original preferred choice of a music video because I feel this would be the best use of my current strength and passions. A music video would provide me with both emotional enjoyment as well as an intellectual challenge that would be synergetic with my personal growth as an artist. Learning to use new equipment, experiencing the creation of a music video from both the audio and visual perspective, plus using all the resources available to me, will allow me to open myself to different aspects of a future career in the industry. How does your product use or challenge conventions? Conventions of music videos. Camera shots. Music videos tend to include many long shots to show location, mid shots to show movement of the artist, and close-ups to show emotion. Also, close-ups in music videos are not only used to show emotion, but to reflect the words of the song with the movement of the lips of the artist. Camera movement. The movement of the camera is used to follow and trace the artist as they move through a scene, or to create and emphasize the narrative. Common camera movements include tilts, pans, tracking shots, and crane shots. Mise-en-scène. This refers to the arrangement of performers and props on a stage in a scene for a production of a music video or any other media text. Mise-en-scène is used to create themes or ideas within the video, or to emphasize things like setting or wealth, and can alter the representation of a shot. Editing. Jump cuts are the most common editing technique found in music videos. This is due to the fast-paced editing style to keep audiences engaged. For lighting, some music videos are black and white, which help emphasize a particular mood such as sadness, while most pop music videos have artificial lighting to enhance the quality and present the artist in a specific way. Sound. The use of sound in music videos is predominantly the song itself. However, some videos include diegetic sounds that both the actors and audience can hear to improve the verisimilitude or believability of the narrative. Props. Props add specific design elements that create a significance on particular objects in relation to people, for example, a photograph held by one actor. They also help establish a scene and make it more believable to audiences. Costume. This goes with the setting in the scenes and the song and reflects the genre. For example, the color of the costumes tend to set the mood of the song by creating a certain atmosphere. For example, darker colors might be used in punk or rock genres, and bright colors are more often seen in pop. Music conventions in indie. More often than not, we see the use of extreme close-ups and black and white editing. The artist is usually shown throughout the video. A website is primarily designed for promotion of the artist, as well as offering information on concerts and other sales mechanisms to increase their profits. A website for indie artists usually has a newsletter to give up-to-date information on latest releases, tours, and albums. We often see in artist websites that they focus on current work such as a song or album. Websites also have to promote a theme. Singers often have a specific theme for a tour, which is reflected in their websites, reinforcing the need that websites need to be kept updated. Taylor Swift's Reputation tour would be a relevant example, as her website reflects how she's trying to change her image. Branding. To be successful, a website needs to have a common synergy across all of their different media texts, website, digipack, and videos to help the brand name become more recognizable and the artist to be more unique. Typical tabs on a website include Home, News, Images, Videos, and Store. Websites need to have easy purchasing. Artists want to sell as much as possible to maximize their profits, and therefore often link sites to purchase tickets online or buy merchandise relating to the artist. This can also build up the hype in audiences around the artist. Newsletters are often available on band websites. These include ahead-of-time ticket deals and up-to-date information on the artist that might interest a more hardcore fan base. A digipack is designed for several different reasons. Primarily, the main function of a digipack is to sell an album. However, there are many other conventions that are included with other intentions in mind. These include promotion of the artist. This helps create a positive representation of the artist, which is why we often see a picture of the artist as the main image. Advertising of the songs. Why should a potential buyer buy what's free to listen to on YouTube? They have to be given a sense of value from their purchase, for example, offering an exclusive song to people who bought the album. This could also be done in different ways, such as by having a mass-produced signed note by the artist saying something simple, such as, "Hope you enjoy." This would appeal more to loyal listeners, as they feel special and feel a personal connection to the artist. Digipacks often have a house style or theme. This can be a color scheme or font that reflects the feel of the album and the kind of music it contains. For example, a rock album will often use an edgier main image, such as a flaming skull or a bleeding grenade. High quality is completely necessary due to the increased price of buying an album. It therefore has to be presented as a luxury product that offers value and is attractive to customers. Most digipacks are constructed with a specific idea of subliminal messaging and what it may suggest about the style of the music. My video does follow conventions but also challenges them. Female leads are not often seen in videos with a male singer, and if they are, it's usually as a sexual object, following the male gaze theory. In my case, the female is more masculine in her characteristic aggression she displays towards her male counterpart. Creating a mixed-style video, both narration and performance, was a good decision, as this allowed for more complete audience engagement. As you can see in the pool fight scene, the actor begins to look more bruised throughout the video. I achieved this with dark makeup and eyeliner. In the second verse, we can also see that the female lead taking off her rings after an argument. This is a universal sign of a serious argument or breakup, and opposes societal norms, as women is considered more sympathetic, physically weaker, and more emotional compared to men. My artist website generally follows conventions, such as having several pages including music and videos, a tour page, and a store that sells the artist's merchandise. Combining music and videos in one tab is an unconventional idea, but works as the tab title suggests music videos. This streamlines content for an audience and helps to keep them engaged. Some conventions I used in my digipack is that my cover positively represents my artist, and also shows the style of the album based on the kind of music inside. The back lists the songs included, and the inside left is somewhat of a reward system for those who have purchased the album, with a personalized thank you note I've attached from my artist. I've also attached a signature on the CD, which would make more loyal fans of the artist feel appreciated. I also challenged some conventions, as having plain areas is not very often seen in a digipack. Also showing weakness from the artist getting hit by the ball is unusual, but suits the theme of the lyrics and the style of the album, and shows a different side to the cover. This would give fans a more personal connection to the artist. How did my product represent social groups or issues? Representation for my music video includes women and mixed and brown teenage males. In this case, the woman is represented as stronger than the males, which definitely represents women differently to male ideology. This also raises the issue of home abuse, as we can see this from our female counterpart. Representation of social groups on my artist website is mainly the artist, who's seen as lithe and muscular. This is slightly unusual, as mixed races are rarely represented in the mass media. Representation of social groups in my digipack includes the artist. However, a weaker side is shown, but this embodies the strength of getting knocked down and getting up again, which is embodied in the thank you message. The issue represented in my music video is home abuse. This is a large and current issue that covers 21% of total violent crime. 1 in 5 children currently suffer from domestic abuse. My video represents this in a comedic light by switching the general gender roles, which allows men to see what it would be like for them if the situation were switched. Issues represented in my website are similar: fighting and abuse, and the themes of wolves and as an aggressive pack animal. Issues represented in my digipack consist of the representation of mixed people getting hurt and being weak, which may not be seen from other races.